So I'm back on a permission on Old Quarry. The interesting part about this is there's a lot of buttons. There's a lot of buttons everywhere. Obviously the workers who were taking the stone, carrying the stone, buttons were popping off everywhere. So there's quite a lot of buttons on that side, but there's one field up behind these two outhouses that I've had a lot of coins off. And not just coins, I've had silver going back to the 1600s. But the most interesting find is this coin weight. Now this coin weight had a 5 and a 3 on, which means 5 shillings and 3 pennies, which is a quarter guinea coin weight. Now coin weights were used for weighing the coin to see if it was a forgery or not. Now it's been running through my mind that this was a working quarry. Now stone, as in the stone that you've just seen, for building walls, for building houses, bridges as such, was mined here, and then people come to buy them. So they would have been carrying a lot of money, which proves it with the sign of a coin weight. Now there's about 80 acres. Every field I went on I zigzagged to try and get a hot spot, and that field up there, which we're going to go to, is the hot spot. There's been a lot of buttons and a lot of coins. So was that the loading bay? Was that where the stone was loaded onto a cart and then money was exchanged? That's where the coin weight come up, and that's where most of the coins have come up, including the silver. A lot of buttons too. So as the workers were carrying the rocks, throwing them up onto the cart, were the buttons popping off? I think so. It sounds great on paper, so I'm going to get to it. I've got some settings here. The program is low conductors and I've reset it a bit. I am going to hit in front of here first, which I have hit with a smaller coil on the Legend, the 6-inch coil, which really the M8 would pull out the goodies better. But I'm going to test out this program. We'll show you the settings and then we'll crack on. So as I said, going in low conductor. Let's just turn that brightness up. So that's the discrimination pattern, and I'll run that and I'll turn off when I get an item just to see if there's any iron coming through, because there's a lot of iron here. I don't want that mumbling about, but I've got the choice to turn the iron audio on. Recovery, I'll be going 7. First volume, when it's on, it'll be at 18, so I've got a really good idea of iron. Depth audio, no threshold, medium profile, max pitch 50, feathers pitch 1, 3, no stabilizer. Yep, stabilizers off, and we'll go with that. Now in iron, with most detectors, in iron there's no need to run your sensitivity too high. Not only multiplying the signal of the non-ferrous, but the ferrous also, and you can actually mask a non-ferrous target with having your sensitivity too high, because you're also increasing the sensitivity to iron. And I have found, even with a high recovery, if you go slower in iron, you will pluck out the non-ferrous targets. That's coming in. Around the conductor line. There we have it, that's round. Our first coin amongst iron. Oh, it's only an old 5p. Yeah, 1979, the year of my birth. Look at the trace on this one. Bottle top, you reckon? Looks like a bottle top. Bronze strap or clasp. Reading up like a bottle cap. Gotta watch out with that 2D screen. Go off the tone. So there's a hole that non-ferrous was in. The ID. Big piece of iron there. Iron in the hole, and that's why the non-ferrous target wasn't on the conductor line. So it's a non-ferrous item. It's a button bent in half. Now you saw the trace on the 2D mapping. Would you have dug that non-ferrous item going off the mapping? Now I did see a little bit. It was getting dragged up, it was getting dragged down, and then there was a tiny little trace on the conductor line, but it was in the audio. That's why I've got that in my hand now. I didn't go off that 2D mapping. It's good, but when you're in iron, you've just got to go off your ears, and so to say. And that's what I've been finding out. There's no magic visual solution when working in iron. It's all in the audio. Let's come up 45, 46 right on the conductor line. It was in the ground as well. It's a bit quieter, this field. I've gone on to, I find depth is great in iron, and it will uncover stuff in iron. But on an open field, I get a bit bored of the high pitched squeal of it. So I've got a two-tone regional here that I've put in. More of a sweet sound, soft, instead of squawking. And it's quite deep, that as well. It's a Queen Victoria halfpenny. In great condition, like they all have been off this field, to be honest. And that's 1876. So that's 100 years previous to that 5p, and I'd say it's in better condition. I did think that was silver. Just a tiny pewter button, only about 3 inches deep, come up in 18. Yeah, I've had hundreds and hundreds of these up off this permission, thinking every time it could be a coin. Iron nail, and that got through the discrimination, but I don't want to go any further down than that. You come up around here, a little blighter. Now this coin is another 150 years previous to the Victoria coin. This is a George II farthing. As you can see, there's Britannia facing left. It's 1740, 40 something I've got off it. You can't quite see it. And that was about 3 inches down, where the Victoria was about 9 inches, 8-9 inches down. So it all depends on the ground. It all depends on the ground. So we've got another coin here. So yeah, no, there's a lot of iron in there. Plays up there. It's a big old coin. Let's learn the Manticore together, especially that 2D mapping. It's all over the shop. Oh, it's a belter. It's in great condition on that side. Not too good on that side, but Britannia and 1779 would be on the bottom end. This was a shocking signal, but very deep. For you button lovers, that's quite a nice one, that. Good pinpoint of depth. Same hole. Foots out from the iron. Using toad. Sign in there as well. Let's try something here. I've been experimenting with ground balance. Doing ground balance and zero ground balance. Well, I've been digging plenty of mid conductors, looking for that gold coin. So this is the iron. Not much iron around that, to be honest. So I'm hoping gold. What I'm thinking, bronze coin, 46. That'd be small silver. it's going to be deeper than that. It's going to be deeper than that. Which, some signs is a good sign, but not on this field. Just missed it there. But that's the positive sound of non-ferrous on the Quest pinpointer. You see there, another coin. I've had so many coins off this field now with the Deus 2, the Legend, the Simplex Ultra. That's another Vicky halfpenny, so you're talking 1800s. This is why I keep coming back to this field, especially because of that quarter guinea coin weight. And there's coins here, there, and everywhere. I've been over so many times. I haven't even made it to the other side of the field because I just keep on gridding one section because I test a lot. I just trying to. I haven't had the Manticore on here yet, so it's picking stuff up. Not necessarily that the other two detectors didn't pick up, the Deus 2 and the Legend. More like didn't even go over it. I didn't swing over it. I missed it. Even if you grid, it's really slow. You're still missing parts of the ground. You can't go off finds in the ground to compare metal detectors. You can only do it by testing. Here's another one. I think this is another coin. So there the iron. What's the magic pinpointer saying? Ferrous or non-ferrous? Non-ferrous. There. I did. I'll get up here. It's there. Come on. Be a coin. Yes. Yes. Is it? That's a buttered. It's a buttered, but non-ferrous. Yeah. Good audio. Okay, so I'm going to call it a day. I haven't been here long, but got plenty of coins. Strap, buttons, tiny little lead piece, lead bullet. All dating back as like 300 years. So not too bad. Not the gold I was hoping for, but I hope you've learned something because that's what I'm doing. I had the Manticore that long, so I'm learning. And if you want to jump on board, hit the notification button. I'll be out with the Manticore quite a lot, doing some tests on mineralised sand that I've brought from Scotland. That'll be coming up with a gold coin, and we'll be comparing with other detectors. On what a day. This is one of them random days that you just get and they just come out of nowhere. So clear, blue skies, fresh. There's not going to be many more days like this year. I'm hoping to get on a dig down in Shropshire where there's more rich history and use these settings. So yeah, give us some feedback if you use the settings in iron, because we can do it all together and learn this machine. It's got its niggles, it has got its niggles, and I do think that it can be improved, and it probably will be. Nothing's perfect in the first year of being produced, especially when they've got software updates possible. So yeah, I hope they can just tune in the power a bit. It's all right, I believe, on the M8 coil, the smaller coil, which it will be, and it should be able to push out more power with a single frequency. I just think that the front of the coil picks up items quite a long way from my testing, quite a long way. It's like goes out beyond the nose of the coil. If they can try and direct it down, I'm hoping Coiltech are gonna work it out with their magic, as they are specialists in coils. I do think the Manticore it emits out a long way forward. We want it emitting down more. Maybe I'm wrong, I'm not an engineer, but from my tests it does pick up from the nose forward a lot more, which will pick up more EMI. You're not going to be able to run it as stable. But that's my 2 penneth, and who am I? Just a detectorist going out looking for gold and ending up with coppers.